Aloha, everyone. It is very hard to get me excited about what I'm seeing in the stock market because things just have not been the way that I've wanted them to be. And this can be a long video lesson because I want to show you guys something. We're going to go ahead and look at a monthly chart of the IWM. I want you guys to look at this chart closely. It is no coincidence that the best period of my trading career happened from 1998 to basically 2008. Look at the uptrend line in the IWM. This is when I got extremely amazing returns in stocks from setups that I knew I could just load the boat in. Since then, as you can see, the IWM has lagged. There's only one time when the IWM led, and that was from the 2020 lows to the 2021 highs. No surprise, and another amazing account growth opportunity. Then we look at the IBD 50. This thing has only been around since 2015. You can see from 16 to 18, it was doing good. And you will also notice in 2020, 2021, it had a nice uptrend. But you can see overall pretty weak. So for a while now, I've been waiting for these ETFs to lead or these indexes to lead, and they have not been leading. They still are not leading. And just like them, ARC from 2019 to 2020, the 2021 high, these ETFs are all good pictures. When these relative strength lines are leading, I can pile into great setups and just throw capital at risk willy-nilly. But when I don't have the IWM relative strength doing this, when I don't have the IBD 50 relative strength doing this, and when I don't see the ARC relative strength doing this, I kind of pare back. So we can look at today's daily chart on ARC, see the relative strength line is hitting new lows, see the FFTY is not leading, see the IWM is not leading. But where should we be? We all know, per our long-term portfolios, it's clearly in the QQQ. You can see from that 2008 to 2009 low, it has been straight up. So it's been all about big cap tech stocks, especially from those 2022 lows. Notice how this relative strength line looks different from all the others. But where has it really been? The SMH. And if we look at the SMH now, you can look at the relative strength line. It's still telling us big cap and tech stocks are going to be where our focus is. That being said, what I saw today was the most bullish price action on a single day basis than I've seen in the entire rally from the 2022 lows. So what I saw today, I mean, look at this. I mean, this is just beautiful. Look at this 9-day relative strength line of the SMH. So what I saw today, basically, we know that we want to be big cap tech, big cap leaders, stick with the leading stocks, right? Okay, we got that. Main focus. What's my number one? NVIDIA, okay? What's my number two? Avgo. Look at its day to day. Not good, right? Well, I believe that we're seeing rotation, leadership change. I would love to see the IWM start leading, and I think we might have the starts of it showing up. We've seen some stocks basically get crushed lately that were leaders like now. And look at the IGV, which was a leader off that 2022 low. Look at how it's now completely rolling over. So I think we're seeing some rotation from these stocks to other leadership groups. And what I saw today in my CanSlim scan was amazing. I've never seen, or I have not seen my CanSlim scan be this thick and have this many stocks populate in my scan since the 2022 low. At the same time, since the 2022 low, I haven't had over 100 stocks in the CanSlim Pocket Pivot Point signal scan, minus a couple of days. Today I had 210 names. So when you look at this list, these are all the stocks that I'm going to get long. I am basically already fully invested. Probably raised a lot of cash today because I had some tight stops on some stocks. And with that rotation out of leaders into new leaders, it allowed for some cash to be raised. And all that cash will be split up into these names that you see on the left, but I'm going to put more in stakes with the names that have over 90 composite ratings. Well, guess what? All of these stocks on this list have over 90 composite ratings, except for AHR because it's a new issue, DTCR because it's an ETF. But out of all the stocks, General Motors is the only one. But it's a leader, so I'm still going to get long anyway. I just will focus more money into the 90 composite stocks. On top of that, The best looking charts like signals like CRH, which as you can see the volume, how it truncates all the previous volume bars. See how BOP goes to max green. Now the relative strength line doesn't confirm that single day strength, but I'm going to put more weight into the single day move in CRH than I am in the others, especially since it has over a 90 composite rating. Now, after this, and I'm going to do this after the video lesson, I'm going to go to FinViz. I'm going to see which stocks beat on the top and bottom line in their most recent earnings report. If they beat on both the top and bottom line, having composite rating over 90, and look like this on a single day basis, guys, it's time to push. I'm going to get stupid with my size. But it doesn't matter. I'm already fully invested. So what I have to do now is I have to turn my cash accounts that are not margin accounts into margin accounts with Interactive Brokers. I haven't done this in a very long time. So we're going to see how this goes. But I plan on turning any cash account that I have into a margin account now following Friday's session. So what I saw was very bullish on the SPY. We're going to go to this chart. This is not the 21 EMA, but it is the 20 SMA. This reversal off the 20 SMA on that kind of volume with this outside engulfing day, super bullish to me. QQQ, nice off the 20. And like I said, I want to see the IWM start leading and the DIA, whatever. But the SPY's move today, that was really good to see. And the RSP also kind of confirms it. But once again, nothing is amazing. If I look at the relative strength lines, you can see QQQ, nothing magical there. DIA, nothing magical there. IWM, nothing magical there. RSP, nothing magical there. FFTY, nothing magical there. So it has to be semiconductors and the SPY. I just see leadership overall. So long-winded, but it must be said, I am very bullish now. I continuously have been at 100 or near 100, can rotate from laggards into leaders. But now moving forward, if anything triggers and fills and doesn't go green immediately, I'm just going to get out because I'm just getting too many signals, guys. There's no point in sticking around the laggards. So once again, you can take what you like the best, leave the rest. For instance, let's say CRH with that volume and BOP surge with the pocket pivot point signal, knowing that it has a composite rating of a 93, which makes it over 90. Let's say now I go see that it beats on the top and bottom line. This could be your one trade. And any capital you have, you could put it all into it. And if it closes red on Monday, that's it. You just get out of it, some of it, all of it, whatever. But that's how I'm going to do it moving forward. So these are all the long signals that I got. DKS, like I said, all of these have 90 composite ratings or higher. So I'm going to get long above the high of the day. And here we go, guys. I'm calculating my size and risking to this low. Not this low for the calculation with the risk here, or not a calculation and risk here, here and here. So do you see? We're going to get more capital if you have that capital available into each new long position because things are looking different. The relative strength line looks good. We'll see what happens. Get long above here, calculating size, stopping there. Next one, HIG. Getting long above the high of the day, calculating size and risking to here. Kind of see a cup with handle pattern. SF, right off the 50. Going to calculate size and risk to this low. Like I said, I'm basically fully invested. So even if I do this, I probably don't have the capital available. So I'm just going to spread it out. These are all great signals, guys. They're all great. AXP, calculate my size and risk from here, get long above here. Before today, probably would have calculated my size from here, risking to here, and in a weaker market would have calculated my size and risk from this low. And same with SF, would have been back here, but with this tape, right here, size and risk. AXP VRTX, gonna get long above this high, calculate my size and risk to this low. Might have been calculated size from this low or this low and risk to this low before. We're here and here now. Do you understand how we're getting more aggressive? And by simply moving my final stop loss higher, allows me to get more capital in. GE, once again, from here, this is where I'm going to get long, calculating my size and risking to this low. Not this low or this low, a higher low. SRPT. This one's a little bit different. Going to get long from here, going to calculate and risk my size from here because this is a biotech stock. It is CanSlim quality, has a 96 composite rating, but still, it's a biotech stock. So anything can happen. So if this wasn't a biotech stock, I'd be calculating my size and risking from here, but since it's biotech, it's going to be right there. SG, I really like this stock. I'm going to calculate my size and risk to this low, getting long above this high. Really like the look of this. This was in my Max Green Bob scan as well. General Motors, the only stock on this list without a 90 composite besides the AHR and the ETF. AHR is an IPO. That's why I think if it would not be an IPO and if it had like another 3 months of trading, it's an 90 composite stock for sure. It's a future canceling quality stock. Get long above this high, calculating my size, and risking to this low. CRH, getting long above the high of the day, calculating my size and risking to this low. And if they beat on the top and bottom line in their most recent report, I'm really sizing into this one. It'll probably fail because that's my luck. Don't care. Gonna give it a shot anyway. Gotta go. Gotta do it. BZ, calculating my size and risking to this low. Entry above the high of the day. AZEK, calculating my size. This one might be a little different, guys, because of the lack of green bop in this one and the relative strength line not being at new high. So I'm going to probably get long above this high. And let's say I had the capital, because like I said, this doesn't matter. I'm fully invested, basically. I'd probably calculate my size from this low, and this will be my final risk on AZEK. AHR is an IPO, cup with handle, breakout, getting long above the high of the day, calculating my size, and risking to this low. And then this actually might be my favorite one out of all of them, just because it's a data center. Data center. Can I speak English today? I'm still sick, guys. And digital infrastructure. Guys, look at the XLU. Look at the LXU relative strength line. And look at how it's been trading compared to the SPY. It's leading. Artificial intelligence is going to change everything, and these data centers are going to need power unlike anything that we've seen before to run these AI programs and chips. So I'm very bullish on XLU. You can even get long with this move today, but I'm picking data center because pocket pivot point signal, max green bop, volume surge. I'm going to get long above the high of the day, calculate my size, and risking to this low. But I am definitely 100% considering this in the long-term portfolio. All right, everyone, long video lesson, but it was necessary and needed this evening due to the amount of signals. And what I would call today is an expectation breaker of an expectation breaker. We had one here when the QQQ made new highs on this day. That was an expectation breaker of an expectation breaker. We still saw weakness. So once we had this day, it broke that back to the downside. But now after today's session, I'm really bullish, which probably means we roll over below the 50 SMA. Yeah, right. I'm just kidding. I'd like to play devil's advocate because it's the only way to be in this kind of market where algorithms run everything. Have a great weekend, everyone.